we were talking about this today while we were recording, and it's like some of these scores are really, really deceiving. Like, did you watch Penn State play Illinois?
Yeah, if Illinois had a decent QB, they lose that game.
Man, let me tell you, Johnny, I swear to God, if they didn't have the white Jeff Sims on their damn roster, turning the ball over four interceptions, and they didn't put this game away until the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
This game was not out of the question until the fourth. Like Illinois actually kind of kept up with them, and even Ottmeyer at times was moving the ball, but he threw 4 interceptions. You're not anybody doing that.
No.
But ask me how Penn State's running game looked. Tell me how their offensive line looked just run against a 4-man rush.
And that's why I'm not really worried, because I think we're going to wreak havoc on them.
Man, we're going to get all through that offensive line.
And he's not a runner like that. So we ain't got to worry about him trying to escape and make plays and all that.
Illinois did that with really 2 players, with Glover and Newton, right?
Yep.
Disrupted their whole running game, disrupted the passing rhythm, was able to get pressure on Drew Allar. And you're right, he's not very nimble. So if you actually watch that game and watched them struggle trying to run the ball, watched how out of rhythm Allar looked when he was actually getting pressure. Now, don't get me wrong, he made some really good throws in that game. He did. And I think Lambert Smith, number 1 for Penn State? I think he's going to be an issue for everybody that plays him. But they still have issues with drops. The offensive line is far from solid, and the running game is iffy against a defense that can play the run.
Exactly.
Same thing with Ohio State. They have deficiencies. The score is just kind of making it look a little bit better than what it is.
I think everybody this year, normally there's a team that everybody's like, man, you can't beat them. They probably ain't gonna lose. Yeah. This year, everybody looks beatable. There's not one team that you say, ain't nobody gonna beat them. It's just not any team.
Almost lost to Boston College. Texas almost lost to Wyoming. Who else had a tight game?
Bama again.
Bama 17-3 over South Florida. They don't even got who's going to play quarterback? Who's going to end the season at quarterback for Alabama? And that's the second best team in the SEC. That's the second best team in the SEC.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Tell me again why SEC football is so much better than Big Ten. Please tell me some more. Tell me some more. Because right now they getting scraped.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, you're right, Malachi. UGA struggled against South Carolina. So, did you see that? Did you get any highlights of that game at all with Georgia?
I was watching it somewhat. It was by the time I started watching, Georgia started to take over again.
Do you think South Carolina is actually better than what their record says it is, or is Georgia not as good as last year?
I think there's a little bit of both. I don't think Georgia's as good as they were, but now I'm remembering what I saw from that game. Yesterday you watch all those games, it gets
it's all coming together. Yep.
So honestly, if South Carolina's receivers could catch, they probably beat Georgia, or that game is even tighter than it was. Spencer Rattler was throwing some crucial passes, and they were just right through their hands. Oh, he dropped it.
He doesn't get any help on that team, man. They don't block for him. They don't catch the ball. He doesn't get any help.
Yeah, so this year, if this was any year for us to get our stuff together and just focus in, it's right there for Michigan to take one.
My God. Like everybody in the top 5 except for USC struggled.
Yeah. And USC seems like they're getting their stuff together.
Yeah, we'll see.
Exactly.
Nothing from USC until they stop somebody.
I guess we got to talk about